Welcome back, Captain. How... Certainly, Captain. What would you like? Why was the chemist sad? Because all her beakers are gone. As you wish. See you soon, Captain. We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Ain't nothing but the void here, Captain. I just as soon leave it cold, dark, and derelict. I'll keep it down.
Charging Automex. What are the chances they're friendly?
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already. Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws. Whoa, okay, calm down. I didn't mean anything by it. Jeez. You try and help some people?
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice. I've never been great at de-escalation. Watch your step.
I ever meet the people responsible for this. I'm shooting first, never asking questions.
It's done. Now let's go get our money before Sublight sees what a creepy dump this place is. Wait, Chartrand? We've seen that name before, back in Cascadia.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome back, Captain. How can I request you do not wake me. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here. CNP near Maple.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on... I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already. You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us... I'm thinking more along the lines of the Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself... Wrong. I think it's about intelligent life discovering us. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. Hear me out.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Right.
I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the word.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the... If we're gonna see this through... Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. No kidding. That's how they want. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her... Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoke. This is your... Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want to promote? She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before... Now she's doing the same. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got... Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Remember, the tanks were just... We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas. An invasion needs collaboration. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
What? What was that? I better take a look. Incoming, Captain! What? Gotta get down! Gotta come down! Making it look easy.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damn device. Don't they know who I am? This is all so very beneath me. Oh, for the good old days when you could simply...
What was that?
False.
Got
Performing.
the drop on her.
System alert.
If we took apart and sold this place, bet we'd get a year of food out of it. Lab coats make me nervous.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. My what? Let's talk about this. Please, Just give me a second to explain myself. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying...
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. Then you know how desperate things are. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
Fuck that. People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood, I'll bury them.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. The board also has its brand to uphold. If you can't trust the brand, what else is there? You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have? For the last time, I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your claim. Give me one reason why... Wrong answer.
Processing data. Sweeping B area.
That sounds like a good time.
What's going on here? What do you think you're doing? Ah, sorry for the misunderstanding. I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this.
Saw something.
Bring him down! No! Don't hurt me! Now just calm down! Please, I don't want to die! No, no! Please!
Oh, careful!
I don't want to die! Oh, no! I don't want to die! I don't want to... Take him down!
Oh, it's you. I really... Yes, go on and gloat. You've already... The tour's not real, friend. Board shut it down. I outfitted... Oh, come. One certified explorer's hat. Courtesy of...
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
This is Halcyon News. We...
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. Technically, I owe... Seeing as you're the first one to complain about my paranoia, out of my office.
This is why I always ask for half my payment.
I like her, Captain.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't let me get you again, all right?
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. Cozy like, ain't it? It's a shame about what happened to that lucky fella. Maybe finishing what he started will help put his spirit to rest. Not a word. And I've been sticking my nose in every one of our stately... Oh, law! That sounds untoward, don't it? That ain't, Point is, Captain, Mr. Hawthorne left all kinds of scribblings behind panels and under consoles, but... So whatever they got... It sure is lonely out here, on the edge of the colony. Alrighty. You change your mind. You know, whoever wired this ship up had no idea what they were doing.
Hey, Max.
Yes?
You really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
I used to think that, but not anymore.
Then, wait, why do you sound so calm? Aren't you getting annoyed?
Not in the least.
Hey, Cap.
Sure. Right now, I'm feeling like a canid following a trail. Like I'm being misled at best.
Hey, Cap.
If I knowing you, I can only Yes, of course. And when your ability to talk us out of even the most... and perhaps it's just my judicious nature, but I think we should be careful if we're following up. I've always felt caution as the best approach when one is delivered a message attached. He sounded lost, perhaps slightly untethered from it doesn't strike me as... Why not? It is what we do. As always, I am anything... I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me. I couldn't understand. I was... Bokonu, the author.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Been there, little guy. Keep your guard up. Could be all manner of surprises in there.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there. Okay, maybe not.
I take it back. Ain't nothing here but memories.
So who the devil are you? You certainly paint a picture, and I'm
Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my... I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon. That's right. And I take it you're the type who skips formalities, so let's get... Now, what brings you to my house, gorgeous? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry... Are you an honest-to-law vagabond? We don't see a lot of your type around here. We don't see a lot of...
You're out here alone? I'd go crazy.
I'd give you the grand tour, but as you can see... In a manner of speaking, this is my family estate, but I've been living abroad. You're very inquisitive. Not that I mind. Out with it, then. You came here for a... How exciting! You make it sound like something out of a crime drama. She gave him her hand in... Really? Huh. Now this severed limb, did it have dark hair? Rugged knuckles? Aha! I can only think of one man daring enough to jettison his extremities on my behalf. Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical.
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose... You suspect foul play? Interesting. If we're being honest, I haven't given it much... What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback. Excellent deduction. How would you like to be my new freelancer?
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
You're awful quick to trust a bunch of strangers that broke into your home.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. I don't think he'll mind if that... My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant. The top scientist in her... I wish I could say otherwise. One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble. It was chaos. Mother... Everything you can imagine and more. Dereliction of duty, circulating anti-corporate memos. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid. I don't know. And Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss it. Gorgon has a dark history. The project fell apart. No doubt someone is out there who could talk. Someone involved in Mother's research. Someone pay... Then again, why pay for silence when you can buy it for the low, low cost of a bullet? That's the space. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of... everything. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one.
Trust me, we are nothing alike.
A kindred spirit. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better... She never spared... We got close once. When I was a child, I enjoyed looking over Mother's shoulder, playing... One day, she told me to leave before I broke something. Then, I got mad. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name. I don't place bets on uncertain odds. Let's say I have a good... Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. We're going to drag the truth, kicking and All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old... By all means, go and see what you're up against. I'm certain when you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness. I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. It's sure to be 100% with that added. Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around.
More bravado than talent, huh? I know the type.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it... But you won't let me down, will you? I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders. Then there's the test subjects. Perhaps we should cut the Q&A short in that case. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his...
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crap.
Ought to stop in and taste the
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll... The cash? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who Here's your nap. Spacer's Choice should be the one apologizing, but... Thank you. A word of... Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down.
Salvage rights and a paycheck? This is all...
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
This unit is under.
Nice and easy.
Think they've ever tried to use this while the fireplace was on?
Dear Wilhelmina, I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Law, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter? My love, I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back. I love you. I'm so sorry.
This unit cannot bring you anything.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating.
Hey, Cap.
We are now in orbit of Earth orbit.
don't know what kind of mess Spacer's Choice made here, but it figures they'd leave it to someone else to clean up.
Spacer's Choice thanks you for your work at the Gorgon facility. Spacer's Choice cannot officially acknowledge you.
Whatever happened here, we're not gonna be next. Be ready.
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared. Is that what my thoughts sound like? Law, I've been standing near that alarm too long. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no... Let me know if you're looking for something particular. Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. Something to do with that scrap project, Gorgon. Thanks for turning it off, by the way. I'd have lost my mind if the damn thing had gone on much... I thought that alarm was gonna bang on for the rest of time. The control terminal wouldn't listen to physical persuasion. I know, 'cause even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw a man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a top. Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, if you want my advice, stick... All right, you know you. Just be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the number. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting. Only the meanest Marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of... He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he's so... No, you don't get... Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad Marauders... That and a rock... Yeah? His name is Charles and he used to work in accounting? Anything else you needed? Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever...
Energy efficiency is its own reward.
Come here. Let's have a chat. Don't want to chat? Fine. You're on my list now, Bob. All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Good. Look up. Now look down. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation. Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be welcome to... Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same. First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soil. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it? This is the Sprat Shack. The most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number, we're the only hospitable place on this rock. Just don't ask. Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer.
And I thought this place was gonna be fun.
Well, I hope you look the other way, just this.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both. This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars, the facility's locked up behind miles of red tape. So progress... Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10-1. Either they came... This place is under a... Stay cool.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
Been an age since I had a good trip of kale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Quit staring. I ain't here for your entertainment.
This is a family business. Chin up.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be? Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage. Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and, vicious cycle. Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little... dramatic. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation. That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was... awful shame about what happened. You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone... Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off. Get this. The canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Luck. I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on that. I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order. Oh, I hate to see people go with Third floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when... Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved into salvage what we could. Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classic. They didn't even serve. Yes and no. Rumor has... See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar. If there were any legal problems with...
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier.
Anyway, that's what the paper... Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Spratt apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the... I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. The Sprat Shack's gone through a lot of time. As far as business arrangements go, this... Yes. And no. Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony, mostly on the way to somewhere better. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. So... Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an... They say... Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on... He's been here since opening day. I think he told... He got left behind when Spacer's Choice... Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be alright. He didn't tell me and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender. Not... If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than any. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig. Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora did... What are friends for, eh? I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think... Damn right we are. We've got... When Spacer's... Of course... You got it, bub. Name your poison.
I may have been overserved.
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse,
We're all
a
friends
thief.
here. Even when we ain't.
Can't steal what's lawfully mine.
Break it up.
Are you my agent on the ground?
Sorry?
I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise.
Did you bring the payment?
Watch your step. Von Hoffman sees everything.
I wouldn't get too close to that railing, just in case.
The repurposed aesthetic reminds me of Fallbrook. Sublight folks really know.
I'm gonna love this place.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here, and whose journey is far from over. You and me both. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look at... Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they... It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled. Getting the hell off Gorgon. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. Soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again. A broken heart. This place is greedy. No point in denying it, he died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless... I don't like to imagine what happened, but... You'd really do that for me? I don't have much, but if... Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be... Yeah? That old flirt? Yeah, I let him buy me a drink or two. He talked my ear off about exciting jobs. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me. He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way. He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy. Sure thing. The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel it wherever you went. I wanted to change the world. I don't know what went wrong.
That last drink you ordered had a punch to it. What did you say it was called?
Lunar Eclipse Mix. It's
This
just
is a
pep
family
pills and a
business.
2-hour energy
Get up.
brew.
Look sharp.
My ex used to have.
Huh, who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding?
What have you got there? Adrenatime, I think.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
So, how you feeling?
Good. Real good, like someone's shining a light.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook. Some kind. Yeah, got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and... If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Does this involve going somewhere we don't belong? Those are my favorite jobs.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years. Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these... But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they... Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right... Help me get my recordings back so I can... I've got some bits saved up. Haven't had anything to spend them on but beer. And Lex has been letting me... It's nothing extravagant, you know, journalists say. Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took the hide... Thought I was so clever. What a Oh, I've tried. I've caught a couple of rides, and I'm... No shit? All right. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside Seems like a good idea at the time. Someone had started a fire, folks were shooting other folks. You'll find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab Didn't have much of a choice. The primals had gotten loose, couple of them were chasing me. The recordings just ended up wherever. The final one is in Human Inquiry and Audit. It's tucked What with the test subjects running loose, the researchers were surprisingly Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
What's the story with this place anyhow?
Used to be a shipping warehouse. Supplies came in, deadly chemical. In the old days, I felt like I was part of something important. Like my work made a difference. Then the boss...
I've eaten my fair share of Terrawise, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open the...
something else.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later. Error. Tilt alarm engaged. Entering emergency reconciliation. This unit is currently. Please return. Have a better than.
Something there?
Take your best shot,
Libations on me, folks!
We shipping some sulfur? It'll be like I'm back home.
Let's keep moving before we get all introspective.
I can take a hint. This is my second month on Adrenatime. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned to the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. Hard to talk to them sometimes. Feels like they don't get it. Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
Never seen a corporation spend this much on a place only to let it rust. Excuse me? Except for Monarch and Scylla and Emerald Vale. Okay, I take it back. That's the last of them.
I love the ambiance here.